Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, so today is a stressful day, so sorry about all the delays. I really do apologize, but welcome to Mobile Weekly, where we answer all your latest news in the world of tech and mobile and answer your questions live. If you have a question you want to ask, just ask it right now in the comment section down below, and I will answer it before the end of the show. Alright guys, so some big news. Wow, sorry, I didn't even get a chance to fix my hair before this, and the water turned to go away and fro for sure. Alright, so let's get started. So first of all, there is some pretty interesting news all in all with the S10 Plus, as we are now getting a screen version of it. So we have the glass that will be used on it, and in a very interesting way, we have a first video taking a look at what it will look like. So let's get started. So first off, this is the screen for the Galaxy S10 Plus. Now, I like this way better than the thing we saw on the Galaxy A8s. This is a much better version of how it would look like, in my opinion, in terms of that circle being huge on the A8s, and this one actually being quite tolerable, I would say. So I really like this a lot better, but the really cool thing is this comes from Ice Universe. Follow him on Twitter if you haven't already. He always breaks all the latest stuff on it. But the really cool thing is he actually had an Oppo Find X, and he put that screen on top of it to give us our first real idea of how the device would look like. So this is how you can expect the actual device to look like. Overall, I really like this look, and right here you can kind of see that is what we can expect the Galaxy S10 from Samsung to look like. That is really good. I actually really like this. Again, I like this better than a notch. I really think this is much better. And yeah, I really like this a lot in terms of the presentation of it. Now, obviously, will it be a little bit different? Yes, I'm sure. But again, it just gives you a really good idea about how the phone will look like. So let me know in the comment section down below, because I know a lot of you probably want the Galaxy S10 or a variant of the S10 for your smartphone. So let me know in the comment section right now, would you buy this smartphone? Is this smartphone that you would want to buy just based off the look of it for a Samsung Galaxy S10, S10 Plus, or S10 Lite? Let me know in the comment section. I like this a lot, and I like this visualization of it. And yeah, I really think it's a really interesting concept overall. And yeah, hopefully I think it'll turn out pretty good. All right, now let's get to the next part, which is going to be the update schedule for Android 9. And it's funny because I told a lot of people this schedule. I guessed it a while back. I want to say in August was when I told you guys it'll probably be January, February for the smartphones, and it looks like it is going to be. So the S9 should be getting the rollout for Android 9 Pie, which again I absolutely hate. I'm going to cover the One UI update as well in a video. I've already recorded part of it, but I really want to just do some more B-roll for it, so stay tuned for that. All in all, that is going to be a very interesting one to kind of look at, because the One UI I think needs some very fine tuning, and it's definitely some things that I would want to change before we start on the next on the S10, quite frankly. So the S9 looks like it will be upgrading in January to Android Pie, and the Note 9 will be February. The S8 and Note 8 will be in March. The A series is going to start upgrading as well in April. The Tab S4, which I have, looks like it will be in April as well, so that's really good that I'm going to get my tablet upgraded. And the Tab A 10.5 inch that I just got my daughter, like literally just bought her recently, isn't going to get upgraded till October. At least it's going to be upgraded, but I mean, it's fine. It's just like, yeah. But yeah, so this is the update schedule for Android Pie 9.0. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like this? I quite frankly could live with never upgrading to Android Pie on my Note 9 as long as I have it, which obviously won't be that long. But the thing I like about this is I can actually probably delay this upgrade entirely because it's supposed to come out in February. I will delay it as long as possible because I hate Android Pie. So that I will actually not get it until I upgrade to my S10, and then I won't have to deal with Android Pie on my Note 9. Again, I do not like Android Pie. I think it's a step backwards in a lot of things, especially in the recent apps menu. The functions of how you navigate aren't actually that bad because of Samsung's much better gesture control compared to anything else I've seen. So yeah, really good overall, but definitely just not as good as what we currently have on Android 8.0. All right, next bit. So there's been some big things with Huawei over the past week, and a reason why I am actually selling, unfortunately, because I really am in love with this phone. I'm going to be selling my Huawei Mate 20 Pro. I'll talk about it at the end of the video, or in a little bit actually. But it just really is a whole thing where this is kind of getting insane with the security part of it. So first of all, security threats kill Huawei's NFL deal. Basically, they were going to be adding Wi-Fi to not only one stadium but a whole bunch of other stadiums, and it was killed in one stadium, which was, I forget, the Washington Redskins. We're going to have Huawei set up its Wi-Fi. It has now been terminated, so they will not be doing it, which really kind of sucks because, again, it's a thing of, like, Huawei is really going to start losing money over these contract deals in terms of growth year over year. Then we're going to see Trump is actually has been thinking about this, I think since Monday it was said, that basically he is thinking about signing an executive order which could ban Huawei and ZTE purchases, which that is really interesting because so the telecom equipment has been the main thing. So as of right now, that has been strongly recommended against, but now it's up to the point where he wants to actually stop it from actually retail, which is again why I am pretty much getting rid of it, for the fact that I want to be able to sell this phone at some point. And while I rather sell it in 6 months probably, the chance of not being able to sell it later just kind of like, okay, I need to get rid of it then, unfortunately, just because it's too much of an investment not to have my value on at a later point. So that's a really big scare that kind of really did scare me, because I was just like, man, that would really suck. And it's a really big thing for ZTE too, because ZTE has been cleared on all accounts for right now. But the fact that it could be both would be a big hurt to ZTE as well. All right, but despite all of that, Recruiters does point out that Huawei is actually at a 20% increase in revenue year over year, netting them over $100 billion. So they're not doing bad at all with all of this stuff going on. Now, could that change at a later point? Absolutely. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But as of right now, they are up year over year by a clear margin. So it's definitely something that, yeah, isn't going to be affecting them too much in the immediate future, but it definitely could if certain things happen for next year's numbers. All right, in other news, T-Mobile streaming TV service has been delayed until April at the earliest, it looks like, just because they've been having a lot of problems. Now, if you're not familiar with this, basically this is going to be another cord cutter solution that T-Mobile will offer. Now, I think this is pretty interesting for T-Mobile kind of getting in this game. I'm curious to see what it has to offer. Currently, right now, I am using DirecTV Now. I did cut the cord literally last month. So, not literally, I didn't cut a cord. I had to strip the cord back. But it really was something that is kind of interesting going through the changes. But I will be interested to see how T-Mobile does it, because they've done a really good job overall. I mean, you already get Netflix for free, things like that. So it's really something that I'm curious to see how T-Mobile will do going forward in this aspect. All right. Now, we also have a new report of talking about one thing I referred to last week was, what do I think the future of smartphones will be like in 10 years? And I said that I don't think we're going to be at smartphones anymore. I think we're going to be at augmented reality glasses or AR glasses like Google Glass did offer. Now, I think they're going to need a lot of refinement for people to trust it, especially with the camera thing. The camera I can see being a separate accessory, to be honest. I can see, especially something like the Osmo Pocket, something that I just got and I'm falling in love with. A complete review will be coming out for that. But that one is going to be something that it's really the whole idea of it is really great. And currently it looks like right now that those future glasses will be featuring micro LED, which is a new technology that's barely coming to TVs. So it'll be interesting to see how it comes later and what happens later with the new technology that it comes with. But that's what it looks like that it'll have. It looks like it'll use micro LED instead of OLED, instead of anything else. For those of you not familiar with the micro LED coverage that we did earlier this year, micro LED will indeed be better than OLED and LED specifically, just because it'll be as good as OLED, but it's brighter and it won't have burn-in issues as OLED currently does. So it's pretty much an upgrade all around. Alright guys, now before we are done with the news now, I did want to run two things by you just for your information and to help support the channel. One, we did launch our store last weekend. I have got it to look a lot better now. I did some favorites so that all of the shirts are on the front, so you can actually see it. Now all of these shirts come in different colors, like at least I think 5 colors for each shirt. And you can get hoodies and everything of that nature when you expand it. So basically, if you click any of them, these are the 8 different designs we have right now. We are going to release about 2 to 3 more during the week, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, so this is just in Teespring. It is the Tech Guy store. I'm going to leave a link right now in the comments section, and I will update that link in the video after it's posted. But if you click any one of these, you can click it and then you can get different designs, different t-shirts, women's shirts. I think we even have phone cases, so you can have smartphone cases for the iPhone and for Galaxy smartphone. So that's really cool that we're getting smartphone cases. It does take a bit to load, as you can see, so just know that I've definitely noticed. But you can get hoodies, you can get long sleeve jacket, all that kind of stuff. You can get socks, you can get stickers, so all different kind of things. So join the tech club and check out one of these t-shirts. It would really be appreciated if anyone buys them, because yeah, I lowered all the prices on them because basically, like this one I think was $24.99. I lowered it to $19. Basically, I wanted to cut all the profit that I would make for the most part, so that not all of it, I'm getting some profit, but so just so we could sell more of these and hopefully you guys will like them. And finally, I am selling some of my old tech items. As I said, I am actually selling my Mate 20 Pro. I'm going to be selling the desktop that is currently being used to film this right now. I'm going to be selling my OnePlus 6T. I'm going to be selling my Doogie S70. That one was one inexpensive smartphone we reviewed earlier. And I'm going to be selling all these on eBay so you can kind of see them. It looks like the Huawei Mate 20 Pro already got one bid. But yeah, if you want to buy some of my stuff, I will be posting it. Just _R86 is my name on eBay. So yeah, hopefully you guys will buy some of the old tech that I currently use, and that will help us get new tech for the upcoming year, which I am planning on getting the Vivo display. What is it called? Vivo Next dual display. So the smartphone that has a screen on the front and on the back, we did just buy that one. So hopefully some of this will help fund that purchase. All right, guys, hopefully you did like that news. Now let's get started on your questions. If you have any questions you want to ask, just ask it in the comment section down below and I will answer it before the end of the show. All right, whoa, thanks for the super chat. Quiet Storm. Greetings, YouTube tech guy. Yes, I know, not quite 116, but 'tis the season to give. I greatly appreciate it, Quiet Storm, really appreciate it. And he gave $16.10. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. All right, let's get started on your guys' questions. Any early predictions on who will have a phone of the year next year? I think it's going to be quite interesting. I think the top 2 contenders, I would say right now, are Huawei and Samsung. I think those are the 2 smartphone manufacturers that we will probably see the best smartphone of the year possibly next year, because they led this year. In terms of the best smartphones of 2018, that video will go up tomorrow, so we will be doing it on the last day of 2018. So I hope you enjoy that video. It'll be really good. And then on Tuesday, New Year's Day, we're going to be having what's on my phone or the best apps for the Galaxy Note 9 video go up too, so that one will go up as well. So those are some videos that are going to be coming out. Really excited for some of those, but considering the top 10 of 2018, I would have to say it's going to come from one of those two manufacturers. It could be the Note 10, of course. I think that one's definitely a serious contender. And it could be the Galaxy X or Galaxy Flex from Samsung. In terms of Huawei, they just really came out swinging better and better. I mean, the Mate 10 Pro was great. The Mate 20 Pro was even way better, like 10 times better than the Mate 10 Pro, which was already really good. But considering what we could get next year alone, that is really interesting to see what they'll come up with, which is again a shame because of the controversy with the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. It is, I would say, a controversial phone, to say the least. All right. Note 10 phone of 2019, that definitely could be. Scooter. Will the cheapest S10 be a significant downgrade to other two S10 models spec-wise? Will the cheapest S10, from what we're hearing right now, it will have the same processor. The RAM might be a bit less, but that's a possibility, and the storage might be less. But more than likely, the thing that we're hearing right now is that it will not have the dual camera on the front, and it will only have two cameras on the back. So the cameras looks like it will be the most significant spec decrease compared to the regular. And again, remember, what we're hearing last week is they're not calling it the S10 Lite in a very smart marketing move. They're going to call it the S10, S10 Edge, and S10 Plus. So the S10 Edge would effectively be the upgrade of the S9. And the S9 Plus would be the S10 Plus, and the regular S10 will actually be a new version of the S series that we have not had. So yeah. Hi yo. I put One UI on Android 9 on my S8. It makes my phone feel new again. That's really cool. It definitely changes the entire interface, so it's always kind of fun taking a look at it for sure. Waiting for the Note 10, not getting the S10. Got it. Will you be going to CES in January? Yes. Oh my God, is my CES booked, guys? I am meeting with so many people right now. Like, I have, I think, 6 appointments for each day at CES. So yeah, starting Sunday, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think each day we have about anywhere from 4 to, I think our busiest day is 7 appointments for the day. And that's just without visiting certain places and, eating and stuff like that. So yeah, it's going to be a very, very, very busy days. So yeah, we will try to put up about 5 videos is what I'm shooting for a day while we're at CES. And then we're going to have a backlog that we're going to be uploading the following week. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun stuff at CES. I'm definitely kind of curious to see what we're going to get and what we're going to see. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. What do you want to see? Definitely message me on Twitter, Instagram. Those are the 2 social medias I'm most active in. Let me know what you guys want to see while I'm there. If you guys see anything like, hey, Ricky, make sure to go check this out, I will definitely go do that. Do we get new Icon X, new 360 Gear 360 camera, a new classic Galaxy Watch, not fitness one in 2019? So new Icon X is almost definite. We're getting that probably with the S series launch. The Galaxy 360 is coming out. That's the new Galaxy camera. Again, they dropped the Gear series and it will be called the Galaxy 360 along with the Galaxy VR headset. They're just waiting to improve technology before they do it. Right now, the Oculus Go is definitely the thing to beat when it comes to VR and 360 camera. I would say Samsung has a competitive one right now, but I'm very curious to see when they're going to upgrade it for sure. And then you're going to have a classic Galaxy Watch. I don't know if you'll have a classic version of this Galaxy Watch series. I think you're going to actually have 2 fitness ones come out this year. I think you're going to have a Gear Fit one replacement, so that'll be called the Galaxy Fit. And then you're going to have a Galaxy Sport, which is going to be the upgrade of the Gear Sport. So yeah, those are the 2 ones that you're going to expect in 2019. What happened to your hair? Whoa. I know, man. If you go away for a while, it changes dramatically. No, for those of you who don't know, I've been growing my hair since October, I think it was. I've not cut it since then. Well, except like little trims on the sides. But yeah, I've not really cut it since then, except for cleaning up. And the whole idea was that my wife liked the idea of the haircut from Steve Rogers, Captain America in Infinity War. So that's what I'm going for. So basically, I think it'll be that long, probably I originally said March, but I'm thinking February now at this point, and my hair is growing so freaking quick, which it always has. So yeah, always that shaved head was a choice. Happy New Year from HK. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Happy New Year to you as well. Hi Ricky, glad I'm able to watch you live. Work for a package delivery company and started work at the same time as the show. Can drink when when you give me the signal. I'm glad you can, and hopefully you're drinking responsibly if you're delivering packages. All right, Ricky, why was YouTube Rewind hated so much? I think it was really just a commercialization of YouTube Rewind, and it wasn't like a celebration of YouTube in general. Like it basically was more about YouTube catering to advertisers than anything else. It was basically, I think MKBHD did a really great video on it, and he had a very interesting perspective since he was in it. He was in YouTube Rewind, and he had a really great talk about it. So overall, YouTube Rewind was a failure this year because of the fact that it was just commercialized. It was basically, not for the YouTube fans, but more so for YouTube advertisers. Like, hey, look at the platform we have you can advertise on. And that's not what viewers want to see. Viewers want to see, like, they catered so much towards the advertisers that they didn't realize they should be catering towards the viewers. Also, I want to say your hair looks awesome. Well, thank you very much. Let's see. Is the S8 Plus worth the buy if you can get it at a great price? I think it is. I think you should get instead the OnePlus 6T that I'm currently selling. But no, yeah, I think the S8 Plus is a really good purchase for a smartphone if you just want a really good solid smartphone right now. But I will say this. Depending on when you get it right, is going to be a big thing. Because really in 2 months, the S9 Plus will drop dramatically in price because the S10 Plus will release. So you have to keep that in mind with what you want to do. Any word on pricing scale? On pricing scale, yeah, we talked about the price check out our past Mobile Weekly videos. We went into heavy detail on the pricing for the S10. I want to say it was $650, $750, and $880 or something like that. Something along those lines. Or no. I think it was $680, $750, $850 in terms of the S10, S10 Edge, and S10 Plus. I think that was the pricing, but just take a look at our past Mobile Weekly. We went into detail with the pricing breakdown. All of them starting at 128 gigs of storage. So that's really good. Price of the S10 Plus. Again, I want to say it was $810, but we did go over this in Mobile Weekly and I don't remember. I just don't remember off the top of my head, but I want to say it was $850, but I'm not positive on that. On past Mobile Weekly, just look at the title that says pricing for the S10, and that's the one where we went over it. I want to say that was 2 or 3 weeks ago. Let's see. How was your Christmas? My Christmas was pretty good. Pretty relaxing. We went to 2 Christmases. So a Christmas Eve we spent with my family, my mom, dad, brother, and then we went over to my wife's family on Christmas Day. Really great though. Got to have my daughter open all the presents, and it was just a really fun time for that. And it's funny because I recorded that video on the Osmo Pocket, and I showed it to someone, and they were really amazed at how good the quality was. So I definitely got to do a video on that one coming up, and I might even use a clip of that video, probably muted, but just the quality was so good. So yeah, really impressed by that camera. Let's see. Yes, Blute, you did give $20 last, I think it was last week or the week before. Thank you so much for that. Again, I don't expect super chats ever. I really just am always, just amazed when you guys do it. So thank you guys so much. Anytime anyone does super chat, I really appreciate it. I just appreciate you guys viewing and giving a like, thumbs up. I'm trying to link up my smart plug with my Google Home. They both need to be on the same Wi-Fi, right? Yes, they do. And how can I check which Wi-Fi my Google Home is on? You go to the Google Home app, and you should be able to see which one it is under the details of that device. Okay. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just started. Everyone drink. All right, what's up, Ricky? Long time sub. First stream of yours I caught in a while. Well, thank you. I appreciate you coming by to the stream, and always appreciate comments. I like the One UI on my S8, but the iOS style app switcher is Oh, believe me, I know. I can get used to it, but I would prefer the older one. Overall, I love system-wide dark mode and system improvements. I completely agree with that. That's awesome. Can I connect both my Google Home Max and my surround sound system so they have the job of left and right channels on my 7.1 sound? No, I don't believe you can. I do not have a Google Home Max or surround sound system, so I cannot check that out. But it works as a Bluetooth, the Google Home. So while you can pair with other Google Homes to all play at the same time, you can't even designate the left and right channel except with two Maxes, as far as I know. So no, I don't believe you can. But check around, see if there's any hack for it. It could be a possibility, but not out of the box, no. What phone do you have for sale? I've been watching for 6 months now, and first live reviews. Great. So I posted them both on eBay. Again, I'll have a link in this video after it's posted. But the Huawei Mate 20 Pro, it's currently at a bid for $700 right now. This is the 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage, so it's the best. Well, no, it's not the best model, but it's the second best model, I believe. And the OnePlus 6T, that's currently going to go for bid for $300 right now. So yeah, 8 gigs of RAM version, 128 gig of storage, and then just this Doogie phone for 150 bucks. So yeah, those are the phones I'll have up, as well as my desktop that I'm literally using right now to do this video. That one is going up. It's a high-end desktop for video editing and graphics designing or gaming. So yeah, those are the three things I have currently uploaded right now, or three things right now, and then I'm going to add this one in after the show. 10 or GPI update. I'm not sure what you mean. Not sure what that meant. Do you have or have you seen Bumblebee? Yes, I did. Yeah, Mom enjoyed the movie review with you and YouTube Tech Girl did. Yeah, we did not. We didn't end up doing a review for Bumblebee. I didn't want to flood the channel with too many movie reviews. I felt like, it was already too much, with Aquaman and stuff like that. But yeah, we did see Bumblebee. She really liked it. I thought it was easily the best Transformers movie. It was just a fun movie, I would say. But yeah, there was some tonal issues, I would say. What movie doesn't have those nowadays? Overall, I liked the movie, but my daughter liked it a lot more. I would say if you have kids, it's a great movie to go see throughout the holiday season up into the New Year's. Also, I'm really enjoying the gestures on One UI. Very smooth and fast. Yes, they are the best gestures I have seen, period. Better than iPhone, better than any version of Android, including the OnePlus and Huawei. I think it's the best gestures that we've seen so far for Samsung's One UI. Got an iPhone XS Max, getting 8 hours of screen on time. Wow, that is really good. Maybe it's with the latest updates. I haven't tested my battery life on my iPhone Max, but yeah, I'm really curious on that one. Can you compare the Sennheiser wireless Bluetooth earbuds to the Samsung Bluetooth earbuds? If not, can you give me your professional opinions between them? I have a Samsung, but I want the best. Okay, well, so here's one thing. One, I haven't had the Samsung ones for the last earbuds variant. I just didn't feel interested after using them for a little while. But I've never had the Sennheiser one, so I do not know how those are. However, the best true wireless headphones, easily, and still have to do a video on this. God, I haven't done an updated video on that. Is the Jabra 65T Sport. These are by far my favorite Bluetooth headphones, and just absolutely love them. So yeah, these are the true wireless earphones that I would get over any of them currently right now in the market. Best battery, sound quality, and noise canceling. Everything is just awesome. Doesn't hurt your ear after a long time, which is very hard to do nowadays, I say. But yeah, definitely recommend them. Have you seen Aquaman movie yet? Yes. Did I not post the Aquaman movie review? I swear I have an Aquaman movie review. Unless I'm just crazy. No, yeah, I have an Aquaman movie review. So yes, I not only saw it, I did the review for it. So check it out if you haven't yet. But yeah, I really liked it. It is quite possibly my favorite DCEU movie, even over Wonder Woman. I like Wonder Woman has better scenes, I would say. Like, nothing beats that No Man's Land scene in Wonder Woman, quite frankly. And it's more important movie, obviously. I would say it's the most important movie from DC for a long time. However, in terms of actual movie, I liked Aquaman the best. It was just fun. Still don't know if I would take my daughter to see it though, because I think she might be scared. Let's see. I'm really debating on skipping the S10 and waiting for the S11 because I want full screen minus the holes, but I want a headphone jack. That's an interesting thing, because although I do believe strongly, because of all the evidence we've seen with the cases, that we are getting a headphone jack on the S10, the S11 will have a headphone jack. That's something different. I don't know if we'll see one then, but we'll see. What can Samsung do to improve Bixby? Leave it alone? No. Honestly, for me, it's just a thing of they should work with Google to integrate Bixby and Google Assistant. What they should do is Google Assistant should take care of everything of questions. Every question you would have, Google Assistant should take care of it. Bixby should answer more questions of basically, let me see. Bixby should answer questions of doing things. So like turning on the flashlight, doing things like that, Bixby should handle those. And Google Assistant should handle any answering of questions or things of that nature. So I would say Bixby should use Google Assistant as a software, much like Siri uses Google for search. That would be what Bixby should do, but to a stronger degree. Let's see. My S9 Plus will get Android Pie before the S10 release. It looks like it, yes. Again, it's Verizon, so we don't know if that will necessarily be it. But it looks like since it's going to be globally launched in January, it's a very likely chance that Verizon will have it by the end of February. By the end. It's much faster in Bixby 2.0 and better. Yes, it is. Bixby 2.0 was better overall. Still need to do a video on that as well. So many videos. So yeah, Bixby 2.0 was better than regular Bixby, but I still think like that Bixby video is still one of my top videos every single month on the 10 best uses of Bixby, and I still stand by that. Those are the 10 best. I got a Samsung Chromebook for Christmas. Congratulations. Apparently, I am able to put some apps on it. So what app's on it? So guess what app is on it? I'm not joking. I don't know. I don't know what apps you would put on it. I do not have a newer Chromebook. I currently have an older Chromebook for my daughter. Basically, it was one that I gave to my mom, and then to my mom, we got her a Chromebook, or a Chrome base, like, is it called? Chromebook desktop, or Chrome desktop. We got her Chrome desktop, so she didn't use her laptop anymore because she liked the bigger screen. So my daughter now has a Chromebook, but that's an old Toshiba one. You can't really put Android apps on that one. On all the new ones you can, though. So I'm not sure which app you have. Let me know, Quiet Storm, what app do you have? I don't know. I really don't know. What apps would you put? I mean, you would put apps like Netflix. I think the Netflix app is far superior to the Netflix website. So things like that I can think of, but I'm not sure. Will the next Samsung watch have a huge upgrade? The Samsung watches that come out in 2019 will not have a huge upgrade. No. Again, Samsung watches are pretty much on a 2-year basis now. So like last year they came out with the Galaxy Watch series. This year they're going to come out with the Galaxy Sport and Galaxy Fit. So a fitness-oriented version of the Galaxy Watch, and then a fit thin one like the Gear Fit 2 Pro. So yeah, ones like those will be the upgrades. Quiet Storm, cough cough. Check out the Ricky's new app. Quiet Storm, always making sure I plug. So yeah, if you haven't ever caught our app that we created on the channel, this was an app that definitely was a year or so in the making that we released this year. It's called 51st Date Questions. It is a great dating app. If you ever go out on a date, use this app. It's really fun, whether it's a couple that's been around for a long time, or definitely if you're meeting for the first time. I actually used to use a physical version of this game when I was just starting out dating, and hey, I played it with my wife in the very beginning when we first were dating, and she loved it. So yeah, really good overall. Very simple game. You start a new game, and basically what it does is you start. There we go. You start the game, and when you do, it basically is just swipe down, ask a question, they answer the question. What's the nicest thing you've ever done? They can answer it or skip it. Then player 2 asks the question to the other person. What's your dream job? And it's just a really great way of kind of finding out or figuring out things about a person. And even me and my wife played it recently again, and it was funny because I did not know all the answers. Just because it was an interesting way. You never really see it after a long time. All right. Thank you for that plug, Quiet Storm. Samsung is the best mobile Yeti, bro. Samsung is really great in mobile, yes. Wow, my sister's iPhone XS Max lost 3% in 14 min when I was playing with it. Yeah, the max battery life was not impressive at launch. I don't know how you're getting that long of screen time, but let me know if you can. Let's see. Want to buy a Galaxy Watch 46-inch LTE, so no new one until 2020? Yeah, I would say so. There's not going to be a new one till 2020, it looks like. Thank you. I appreciate your opinions. Happy New Year's. Thank you as well. Ricky, should you get kids the latest iPhone? My niece wants the iPhone XS. Is that okay, or is it too much? I'm worried about her sitting on the phone for long periods of time. So everyone has their own opinion on this, obviously. My daughter is 8 years old, so I would base it off of how old the child is, to be honest. So that being said, for my daughter being 8 years old, I would not get her any phone over $400 probably. No, she doesn't need it. I leaned, like, the first smartphone she got was when she was 7, and really she doesn't use her smartphone for much. She uses it on an emergency basis, and if we happen to be out, I will tell her if she can bring it or not to play games, on the drive there if it's a long drive. And if I just don't want her taking her tablet, then I'll have her take her smartphone instead. So yeah, those are the times when I would say so. But if a kid is like 16, yeah, I would get them the latest smartphone. If a kid is, I don't know, I would say in high school, really, it has to be. So what that's 14? 14, I would say, is probably the earliest I would consider getting them a high-end phone. That's my opinion. But yeah, that's what I would go with. Do you think the Note 10 will have the infinity display? It will have an upgrade of whatever the S10 has, in my opinion. Yeah, so I think we're still going to get a camera cutout, but we'll see. Maybe not. I saw an article saying Samsung is caught in the middle between Apple and Huawei. Your thoughts? Well, I think what they mean by that is Huawei is really taking hold of China, right? Huawei is really dominating in China. And overall, with that being said, it's a better solution for a cheaper smartphone. They dominate the mid-range smartphones way better. I mean, look, the Honor 8X, right? Honor 8X, $250 smartphone, freaking phenomenal screen, decent camera for this price range, but like, this is a great phone. Samsung doesn't have anything that really competes with it, to be honest. I mean, their J3 and J7, I would get this phone easily over those. So they don't have great entry-level phones, I would say, in comparison to Huawei. Mid-rangers even, I mean, you have the Honor, what is it? Honor Play something or something like that. You have a great mid-range phones from Honor as well, so that's another thing. And then Apple absolutely dominates the high-end market. So yeah, I think that's what the article meant, is that it's caught between trying to do high-end smartphones to rival Apple, and now it's caught between trying to do mid-range phones and entry-level smartphones to counteract Huawei. And yeah, that is, in a sense, kind of what I think the article meant about being caught between the two. What's your favorite color? Green. Please check out the Launch Center Pro app for iOS. Big update. I will look into it. I will look into that. When I said I was not joking, I meant that 50 first date questions. LOL. Oh, that's awesome. You put 50 first date questions on a Chromebook. That's pretty cool. I did not know it could do that. Awesome. Really cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. How much is your app? My app is free. It has ads on the very bottom of it. They're not obnoxious because I didn't want that to happen. And if you want to remove the ads, hey, it's $1. That's it. That's the extent of the app. It wasn't trying to be greedy with the app for sure. It has made steadily very small like gas money income right now. So I've been pretty proud of that. Like, hey, it's actually, providing for like a full tank of gas right now. So that's pretty cool. Can't wait to 2019 because the global release of Call of Duty Mobile comes out in June, and Nintendo's releasing Mario Kart Mobile in 2019. Oh, Mario Kart Mobile, that'll be so interesting. I'm really interested in that. That would be like really interesting. Like, if you could do an accelerometer with Mario Kart, right, and then just hit the button left side when you need to drift and right side when you need to shoot something, that would be a fun game. That is exciting, Tyler. That's actually really exciting. Mario Kart 2019 is really cool. For COD, when it comes out, I think it's going to be interesting to have the official one, right? We've had one for a while called Combat Mobile or something like that. It's like a ripoff of it, but yeah, to have the legit one, it's going to be pretty interesting. How much battery does 5G use? Because I've heard it uses a lot and the phone will need bigger batteries. Phones will need bigger batteries. 5G is not something you should concern yourself with in 2019. Definitely doing a video with that. I think that video will go out before I leave for CES. But yeah, 5G is not necessary at all in 2019. I argue if it's going to be necessary in 2020. It's going to take so much infrastructure to make 5G viable. It will use up a bit more battery, mainly just because it has 4 different antennas now on your smartphone in order to get 5G. So it will take up a bit more, not as bad as LTE was. Like, the difference between 3G and LTE is way more drainage on battery comparing. So yeah, we don't know yet exactly, but it will drain more battery, yes. And it's more so you need bigger phones, not bigger batteries. You're going to need bigger phones because of that fact that you have 4 antennas. So yeah. The newest 4K smart TVs have Bluetooth. Yes, most 4K TVs have had. I don't know if any 4K TV does not have Bluetooth, to be honest. Do they make because most smart TVs have Bluetooth. Do they make a phone for kids that limit what they do with it? And if not, how do you make sure they are access to things they shouldn't? Yeah, Google has one called Google Family Link. And that allows you to take over their phone. You can turn it off so they can't use it. You can set passwords to certain things. You can set passwords to certain apps. You can limit their time with things. So Google Family Link is probably the best one. Maybe I should do a video on that app that I would recommend for monitoring kids. Are you getting foldable phone? Not yet, but I will be getting the foldable Samsung phone. And I will be checking a foldable phone out. Actually, we are going to meet with we're going to visit Royal, which does have a foldable smartphone. So yeah, we are going to meet with them if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. How do I start if I want to create my own app? It's a process. I hired someone to obviously do all the heavy lifting for me, and I created designs for it, and then I had those designs refined by graphics designers. So it was a process, but I mean, you can go on Fiverr and just have someone create an app for you. Yeah, that would probably be the easiest way. But I mean, it's learning. It is learning. One UI and Nova Launcher will be compatible? Yes, they are compatible. I can verify that actually. I hear 5G is not worth upgrading even if it becomes widespread. I think it will be once it's widespread. It has to be really widespread though. Really widespread. I think 5G is more beneficial, honestly, though, for a office. I think that's when it's more beneficial. All right. Call of Duty Mobile was in beta for some time in Australia, but I hacked the app and played the beta game. It was smooth, graphics are console level, and it's Call of Duty Mobile Legends of War. That's really cool. Good insight. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I'm really curious to see how it turns out then. Have you played Fallout 76? What are your thoughts on the game? Is it like Fallout? Is it worth getting? I have not played Fallout 76, to be honest. I've never played any of the Fallout games. I know that's a big crime, but yeah, I've never played any of the Fallout games. Heard great things about it, just have never had the time. But yeah, thank you for loving the channel, though. Appreciate it. 76 is a huge flop, so I wouldn't get it in my opinion. I know it had lots of issues at launch, so yeah, I'm not sure if that is gonna continue. When you go to CES, if you see the Mirror Book people again, please ask them when it's coming out. I know, Mike, I completely agree with you. I might see them. I might stop by and see them. But yeah, it's something that I really wish it should have been out already. I think they're just running into issues. But yeah, I ordered mine. Waiting for it. So we'll see. Let's see. Worth it to buy a wireless charger power bank with 20,000 milliamp battery for $100 in 2019? Depends on what it has besides it. For me, I need a battery pack that has fast charging as well besides wireless charging. So that's my really big thing, is like it needs to have a fast charger. I'm into wireless charger. I mean, my main wireless charger battery bank now can charge a laptop. So like that's more what I'm into now. One battery pack to rule them all on my trips. Because when I went to New York, I had a battery pack and it charged my phones, my headphones, and my laptop. So that was just awesome. And my tablet, sorry. So 4 things that I have on the trip with me. One battery pack charged them all. Fast. Check out the smart fridges too, please, at CES. Okay, I will. Alright. Also, what did you eat for Christmas dinner? It actually sucked because my stomach started hurting right before on Christmas Eve, like the day of. And so Christmas dinner, we had some family stuff where someone was in the hospital, so my mom did not feel like cooking, obviously, dinner and everything like that. So we went to Black Angus. That's where we had Christmas dinner. So we went to Black Angus there, and then the next day at my wife's mom's house, she loves to cook. She's such an awesome cook. So she basically cooked all kinds of food. So mac and cheese. I think it was like a roast. It was a really good beef. I don't know if it was a brisket or what, but it was awesome. That ham, traditional ham, of course, kind of thing, and all that stuff. Spaghetti. There was greens. I didn't eat greens or spaghetti, but there was both of those. Chitlins. I love chitlins. I'm a big fan of chitlins. And a couple of different pies and cakes and all that kind of stuff for desserts. Didn't have that much on Christmas Day, to be honest. I had to force myself to kind of eat a plate, not because the food wasn't good. It was just because my stomach was hurting the entire time, and I was like, maybe I just need to eat because I hadn't eaten that day. So yeah, that's what I did. Oh, and then we got Christmas. We got breakfast at Norm's. We took it all to go, and then me and my brother got it all to go, and then had it ready for the family when they woke up. So we didn't cook breakfast, but we got breakfast. So yeah. Is Nova Launcher due for a big update? Getting bored? Not that I know of. No. Will CES look like a car show again? So funny that you say that. There's only one floor that has a car show. So basically, there's North Hall, Central Hall, South Hall, and then the Sam's Expo in the Venetian. So North Hall is the only one that has car stuff. That is pretty much 50%, or now I would probably say about 60% of it is all car stuff. So we're going to check out with Pioneer, since we had a great relationship with them started. We're going to check out with Pioneer, so we will be on that floor for that. We have a meeting appointment with them. And then we're going to head over. Central Hall is the big hall. Central Hall has Samsung, LG, Sony, Qualcomm, Panasonic. So that's the heavy hitters. That's Central Hall. South Hall is pretty much the hall that you see accessory manufacturers, drone manufacturers, and smaller smartphone manufacturers. So we're going to meet with Nubia there. Nubia was the first one that made the Nubia X, so the dual screen phone. So that one we're going to check out over there. So yeah, that's those. And then the Sands Expo is smart home stuff, and I would say smart home stuff, fitness stuff like Fitbits there, and you also have entry level one. So you have some entry level new companies' technology. So that's kind of like how CES is divided for the most part. And every year some changes, and sometimes you see certain ones at random places. Like OtterBox is no longer on the floor, which I was really surprised by. They just have like a suite now. So, and some manufacturers have suites. So like Asus last year had a suite. That's what they had. So yeah. What do you think about the new Omni Charger portable charger available? Funny, they actually reached out to me. Can charge a 4K TV. They actually reached out to me. I don't know if I have enough time to visit them at CES, but they do have a new charger coming out. So I might check them out at CES if we have time. Cool. Hope all your family is doing better. Yeah, most of them are. Yeah, one person's still in the hospital, but hopefully it'll get through. What are your thoughts on flying cars? Thoughts on flying cars? I want one. It's like, that is a pinnacle of sci-fi movie for me. A flying car would just be awesome. However, all in all, what do I think overall with flying cars? I think I get it. I think flying cars are only going to happen autonomously. Once autonomous driving is completely done to like where everyone can have autonomous cars, like it's so affordable, 30 years from now, maybe autonomous cars will be completely affordable and every car will have some type of autonomous driving. And that will make it so easy, right? You won't get in accidents, you won't have issues, all that kind of stuff. That would be great for autonomous cars to all be autonomous so that there won't be any issues. Right now, the issue is autonomous and regular driving. When you have both of them together, humans are unpredictable. So it's hard to predict them. So I think that's why you're going to see accidents still. But overall, I think that once that's down, then you can do something like autonomous cars that only go specific areas. Like, I think it would be great to, like, say you have to drive somewhere, not an airport, but you have to drive someplace. That is your launch pad, and that launch pad, kind of like a train station, where you have a launch pad that you have to go to, right? So you can get from station for LA, you can get from station downtown LA to station Santa Monica and to station Long Beach, all through flying cars autonomously, so that it has a clear path that has been cleared. There's nothing flying in that path. Everyone knows not to fly in that path. And that is, I think, where flying cars could actually be feasible and work well. But yeah, obviously it's a long way off. Have you done a video on a tablet over a laptop, and what's the best laptop out there? I've not done a video on a tablet over a laptop, simply because I don't think that they can replace it yet. The two heavy contenders, I would say, this year were the Surface Pro, not the Surface Pro, the Surface Go, and the iPad Pro. So those were the two biggest ones to talk about replacing a laptop. The Samsung Galaxy Tab S4 cannot replace it, so I'm not going to bother doing a video on that. But it really is a whole thing where, yeah, it's not ready. It cannot do it. And there's a reason for that, I believe. I think it's a lot to blame with Google in terms of, I think Google has the best shot at making it with their Pixel Slate. Executed horribly. But yeah, I think it will be done someday, but not today. Let's see. Is flying cars powered by Rigsby OS? I'll get 7. Flying cars can only be powered by Rigsby. Rigsby is the only OS good enough to actually power that enough. I hate covers on my phones. Do you think should buy for my Note 9 a ring holder? Own a blue one. Don't want a cover the color of a bulky case. I mean, I like just clear cases. Like Ring Key Fusion X. It's one of my most favorite cases since I've gotten it. It is a clear backing, so it shows off your phone really nicely and has solid protection on the corners. So this is my phone case of choice now on all my smartphones. It is one that I've had on my Note for a long time. Although I am switching that to do the Moment case because I'm doing a video for that soon. So yeah, I would say Ring Key Fusion X case if you want a case that's clear backing so it shows off your phone. That would be my suggestion. What are your feelings on VR? Entry level, Samsung VR, Oculus VR versus HTC Vive, Windows, Oculus Rift. Should I wait? I have a Samsung VR now. Yeah, I would wait. If you have a Samsung VR right now, there's no reason I would say to get it. The Oculus that's coming out, what is it? I forget what it's called. There is an Oculus new device coming out this year that's supposed to be a higher end version of the Oculus Go. Essentially, it can be on its own, and it's supposed to be really good. That one I would say wait on, because that one will be upgraded technology. But right now, all of the ones you just mentioned, no, I would not buy any of those right now. What about a cover for the display? S Pen works smoothly? Yes, I have. If you haven't seen our video on it, definitely check it out. It's one of my, if there's one accessory that I recommend to everyone, is the white stone dome glass. It is what I have on my Note 9, still what I have on my Note 9. It did get a little hairline crack, but doesn't bother me that much. Like, I can only see it when I have a full white screen. But yeah, I've had this since I got the Note 9 and have loved it. So yeah, absolutely recommend the Whitestone Dome Glass. Definitely recommend it. And they have something new coming out with the S10, so I'm excited for that. It's 9:19. Okay. Yeah, we'll call that a show, guys. Thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. My hair is dry. It's in its fro status. Thank you guys so much as always for watching. Make sure to check out all the other stuff have a safe and happy new year as well. Make sure to stay safe out there. Have fun, but stay safe. Alright guys, thank you as always so much for watching. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe up there. Make sure you follow us on social media right here. And of course, check out our latest video up there. And right down here, you're going to find the perfect video for you. Or at least that's what YouTube tells me. Thanks again.